Mm-hmm.
Me and my taco are gonna be having some fun over here. Don't mind us.
Your taco? Yeah.
All right, Facebook is good.
Yeah.
Facebook is up and running. Just waiting for YouTube to get itself together here. YouTube is up and running. Fantastic stuff. Oop, let me put my phone on silent. What is wrong with me?
Since we're going to be on for like maybe a couple of hours, will we be hearing from your taco later on?
What?
Hey, listen, I love Mexican food. There ain't no shame in my game.
Well, not Mexican. It's Taco Bell. Some cheating.
Oh,
so is Mex-American? Is that the term? Is that correct? Is that what they say now?
Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not even Tex-Mex.
All right, close that. Open that up.
Yeah, I was starving. I'm like, I couldn't deal. I was like, either a nap or food.
I cooked really early. I'm like, let me get this done before we start.
Yeah.
Like
so we already ate, and we're all good.
Yeah. I wasn't even gonna try to. I took a nap, and I was like, nope, I gotta go get food.
There it is.
I'll probably snack on something a little bit later. I don't know. Them pistachios was really working today. I don't know what happened. They were on point today. I don't know what it was. All right, so let me start the watch party. Make sure everything up on the YouTube side is good to go. Turn the phone all the way down. Let's do that.
I'm just trying to really finish this taco before we start. I'm not trying to be cooperative.
I'll give you a few minutes.
It is not trying to be cooperative at all.
When is Taco Bell ever cooperative?
It cooperates with my belly once it goes in. I know it doesn't do that for everybody else, though.
Well,
so does White Castle.
I don't have issues with White Castle like other people have.
Me neither.
The White Castle. So now I gotta add another workout class to the schedule. Because some people are missing out.
Look, okay. You doing workout classes during my nap time.
I'm like, they ain't paying you.
Yeah, but it works out better for me anyway. More working out that I can do.
All right. You work out during my nap times. It's a schedule conflict.
Ain't your nap time like 5 hours though? Like so, like
they go in 20-minute intervals. Okay.
So like what you sleep for 20 minutes, then wake up, have a snack, then go back to sleep. Is that what we're talking here?
Sometimes I don't even snack. I just go to the fridge and just look.
Wow. Oh boy. Full screen. Are we full screen? Yes, full screen. Thank you very much. Please, Jesus Christ.
All right. It's getting a little bit too messy.
Come on, Facebook, get it together, man. I'm trying to.
Oh. It's a little bit too messy. Let me go get my nachos and call it a day.
I'm totally bugging.
From the far corners of the fandom universe, representing film, comics, and anime, sci-fi, fantasy, and cosplay, they come together for one cause: to geek out. They are the Council of the Blurs. Blurred powers unite. Engage. From the far corners of the fandom universe, representing film, comics, and anime, sci-fi, fantasy, and cosplay, they come together for one cause: to geek out. They are the Council of the Blurs. Blurred powers unite. Engage. From the far corners of the fandom universe, representing film, comics, and anime.
And there we go. And what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Council of the Blurs. I am, of course, your host, Kendrick Grey, the Dreadlock Blurred. And I'm joined by Tani, also known as Dark Angel 29, and Kimmy, who is snacking, also known as Enigma's Girl. HB Gibson was here, but he had an emergency, so apparently he had to, dip out real quick. So hopefully everything's okay on his end. So we're just gonna, keep in touch with him, and he said he's gonna keep in touch with us as the stream is continuing to go on. So we'll just keep an eye out for that. But thank you again for joining us tonight. I know it was a bit of a slow start, but it was kind of a hectic day for a lot of us. So it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Before we begin, of course, as always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you are watching us on Facebook, please share this with all your friends. Go to our Facebook page, Council of the Blurs, and be sure to like us so that you know what's going on. We're gonna try to be a lot more active on our Facebook fan page with a lot of stuff. So we're gonna be looking to do that soon. If you're watching this on YouTube, of course, definitely hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell next to the subscribe button so you know when we're going live or whenever we post up any other type of video. Of course, you can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Discord. Am I forgetting anything? Patreon. Our Patreon will be launching hopefully this weekend. So you can catch our first actual legit watch party. That Lovecraft Country one was kind of a crapshoot, so you can actually catch our first official one. We'll probably look out for a video explaining all that stuff. Haven't gotten there yet. So our Patreon should be up this weekend, so you can catch our watch party. Most of our watch parties will be there, and also other exclusive stuff too, like one-on-one stuff and things like that. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And I think that's about it. I think I covered all the bases. Right?
Okay.
Correct?
Sounds good to me.
All that being said, let's just go right ahead and jump right into the main topic of discussion. We had mentioned this last week, but we wanted to bring it today. And real quick before we begin, I want to say hello to Victor. Victor, what is up? And thanks for joining in. Hopefully you guys join in on the conversation. That always makes the streams that much fun when you guys join in on the conversation. But in any case, as I was saying, we finally have not only a price, but we also have a fiasco behind the PlayStation 5 pre-orders. So, as of last week, I believe last week to the day, as a matter of fact, PlayStation 5 put out another, not so much I guess a virtual press conference, you can say. Basically outlining how much both versions of the PlayStation 5 are going to cost, and the fact that you can pre-order. As it stands right now, the regular version of the PlayStation 5 is about $499. Mm-hmm. The digital version, the one that doesn't have a disc drive, that's about $399. So you're looking at $500 for the regular version, $400 for the digital version. Honestly speaking, that doesn't really bother me too much. I mean, we got to figure the first PlayStation was about like what, $200-$300 probably.
What, you mean the very first one in 1996?
Yeah, the very first PlayStation.
Oh, it was like $200.
It was like $200-$300.
All game consoles were that back then, or most of them.
Well, some of them actually. The PlayStation 2 was, I believe, like about, I think it was around the same range as the PlayStation 5 right now. It was about like $400. The PlayStation 3, whoo! The original PlayStation 3, that was expensive. That was $600. The original Fat Boy PS3 was $600, and I should know because I paid for one. The PlayStation 3 Slim, the second version that came out, that was around $350. PlayStation 4 was pretty much around the same price range, about $400, maybe a little bit less than that. So as far as the price range is concerned, I'm not really too broken up about it right now. Honestly, it makes the most sense. You know, from what I can tell, the PlayStation 5, both versions, mind you, the digital version and the console and the regular disc version, they're probably the size of like your standard computer tower. I mean, I'm guessing, I'm just kind of ballparking right now, but just from what I've seen, you know, the size of the PlayStation 5 is like huge. It's like really, really huge. So you're literally gonna have to find a lot of space for it. I think the craziness came in the pre-ordering. Now, as far as I know, I only have a couple of friends that pre-ordered the PlayStation 5. I don't know too many that did, and half of the ones that I do know that pre-ordered it, they did have a lot of issues. In fact, there's been a lot of issues going all over for us as far as like PlayStation 5 pre-orders. Some of the cases were things where it wasn't added to the cart. Some people would go to hit OK for the pre-order, and it would be like there's nothing in your cart. Now, I've experienced that maybe a few times in my life with certain things, but not too often. So I can imagine going to checkout and noticing that the PlayStation 5 wasn't in your checkout box is probably very, very nerve-wracking. I believe you can order it right from the PlayStation site, which is just a given. But I know people were pre-ordering it from Amazon, Walmart, a couple other places. There was actually quite a few places that were allowing for pre-orders of the PlayStation 5. As I said before, and I said it on Facebook, we are going to wait. I have never bought a console right out the gate. I have never done that in my life. Like no PlayStation, and I've done all PlayStations with the exception of Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, which I didn't buy. You know, Nintendo was given to us, and you know my dad bought me a Sega Genesis. But all the PlayStations, you know, I always waited a good while. Like PlayStation 1, I didn't get a PlayStation 1 until like maybe a year later. I want to say like a year later, I got a PlayStation 1. PlayStation 2, I waited a while. I waited like a couple of years for a PlayStation 2. PS3, I mean, it was still expensive at the time, but I still waited a good while. Like I don't think I bought a PS3 outright when it like first came out. Like I still waited, and then a PS4. You know, I didn't get a PS4 until Batman. No, I didn't get a PS4 until Mortal Kombat X was getting ready to come out. That's when I got a PS4. So, I mean, you know, it's insane. It's really insane because as much as people want to rag on a PS5, there's a buttload of people that are pre-ordering it. You know, I don't know what you guys' thoughts on the whole thing.
Well, the issue with the PS5 is that, sorry, guys, letting you know, Kim needs a new laptop. She's not willing to pay for one right now. Mm-hmm. So, if you ever see me cut out, that's why. Yeah, definitely as far as the PS5 is concerned, I think what they didn't anticipate, and I think what the problem is for a lot of this, they didn't anticipate that people were actually going to buy the product because of what's going on right now. I personally think pre-ordering the PS5 right now is beyond a stupid idea.
I don't understand. I mean, I know why they would think that, but I'm speaking from like a business standpoint. I'm not really sure why a person would think that. If we look at buying trends among the past 6 months, people haven't really stopped. People really haven't stopped buying things.
We haven't stopped buying, but it's a big ticket item as far as how much that's costing. That's half of people's rent at this point, and most people don't have jobs. So like I can understand a ticket item as far as like $100, $200. Yeah, people are using their stimulus, whatever money to buy cars and things of that nature. Because a lot of the cars in the market is going down for that. But this is one of those markets that's not going down. It's going to continue to stay up. I feel like I've seen enough TVs and people's carts at Costco to know that people are still buying stuff. Yeah, because they'll buy a $200, $300 TV, especially because they're spending more time at home. A lot of people are doing that because they're spending more time. A lot of people using it for screens or that nature. If they need a third screen, fourth screen, whatever the case may be for learning. A lot of things are happening with that. But with the PlayStation 4, I don't think they were expecting this outcome. What's PlayStation 4? PlayStation 5. I'm starting to get the numbers all mixed up. They weren't expecting this outcome. And like they immediately, when they put these out, when they put out the pre-orders sold out so quickly. And they're like, oh, we'll put out more pre-orders like in 2 days. Yeah. Like seriously? And it didn't help that, like Walmart, I think Walmart was the biggest offender. Walmart and Best Buy were the biggest offenders. So putting the links out early. Yeah. Like a day early. And people were they already bought them before they even came out. So you're going to have a lot of things that are going to happen. And people are going to treat this like they're going to treat I hope they don't, but I hope people aren't treating this like they treated the Switch. Where you buy out all the products and then mark them up 60%.
I think that's a very high possibility. I could see that happening because people ain't got no sense. First of all, that's let's just get that out the way right now. And then I just said like I think I do feel like that people just got a lot of money to burn right now. I think that's part of it. You know, like. I mean, honestly speaking, the price isn't bad. A
lot of people cashed in on an extra $600 a month.
Yes, a lot of people did.
My mom said she ain't even touched her stimulus check yet.
Yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people got that. See, I'm still working, so I ain't getting no $600. I ain't getting nothing I ain't getting not a daggone thing.
Actually, I'm looking at my phone right now. GameStop is saying that PS5s will be available for pre-order tomorrow.
Yep.
So there you go.
I'm looking at an article here too. Tomorrow morning for a second wave of pre-orders.
So, I'm looking at the
I'm curious about the number. Like the physical number of pre-orders they had.
Josh, that's exactly what I was reading too, actually. I'm sorry. That people aren't expected to even get it on release day.
See, and that's my thing is like, look, I'm not trying to get into that game right there where it's like, if I'm going to pre-order something, on the day it comes out, I expect to either go to wherever I pre-ordered it from or check my steps, my stoop, and see it there. Like, if it's not there, I'm going to be highly disappointed. So, I'm like, unless you go to a spot where you're going to be guaranteed, console in hand, it's like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to gamble that way. I don't think you can do that.
I mean, let's hope that with the pre-orders, they have a set production run.
From what I understand, is they only put out and I don't know what the number was, but whatever that number was the only thing they put out. So that's the reason why production hasn't really happened yet on them.
So you're saying if they have if they have, say, 200,000 units, they only took 200,000 orders.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of taking 300,000 orders, but they really only have 10,000 units, and everybody else has got to wait.
Everybody else is in. Like they are literally. So now what they're doing is that they're compensating by putting out. Oh yeah, we're going to put out more, but that means more has to go in production. So literally, it's that whole thing, and it's and there was a rumor going around for a while as far as like, oh, they're having issues with productions and the chipsets are coming out. None of that's there. They just didn't think that it was going to sell the way it did.
And I think that's the other big part of it also. I think everybody's been so hung up on what Xbox is doing, Xbox Series X, Y, Z. I honestly don't know. Like I've been seeing memes. Like that's probably why I've stuck with PlayStation for so long, because they just kept it simple. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Simple. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do all this Xbox 360, which to me didn't make any sense. Like I don't know why they called it 360. Then it wasn't
even round. That was the part I didn't understand.
And then it was like, it's a box, but it's supposed to be 360.
Yeah, it's not round.
I don't understand the geometry of that. That doesn't make any sense. And then then they went to Xbox One, but I'm like, but wasn't we just 360 last generation? So like I don't understand. And then what is the next one? Xbox One X or whatever. I'm like, nah, I ain't got time for all that, man. That's just too confusing.
They're gonna go through the entire alphabet before they get to and then they're gonna go back to numbers.
Man, look, it's Xbox. I don't know what y'all doing, man. Y'all better get like some new marketing or a new marketing team for that naming system, because that's just ridiculous. But just even looking at, like Victor said, pre-ordering at this time is a little different than it was in the past. In the past, it wasn't a pandemic, so it was easier to get product at this time. There's no guarantee that anybody will get it. Yeah.
Especially with the way the postal system is right now as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have packages now in transit for like 15 days.
Yeah. Like something like this, I probably wouldn't get from, Amazon. I wouldn't pre-order some Amazon. Like I would have to go to a store and pick this up. Yeah. Like games, I'll get games from Amazon all day. That's not a big deal for me. But a system, no. I need the physical thing in my hand. Xbox is better no matter the name. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, buddy. All right. You keep telling yourself that. I mean, like, you know what? No hate. I'm just not an Xbox person. Like my younger brother, he had an Xbox for a little bit. He traded his PlayStation 2 for an Xbox. I'm like, to me, that's a bit of a downgrade, but whatever. But I couldn't do it. I just can't. PlayStation to me has always been a better fit. It just has been. So
but let's talk about the fact that not only did PlayStation have a problem with pre-orders, Xbox also had a little bit of an issue with pre-orders as well.
That's true also.
So, as far as like, meaning talking about Best Buy, talking about Target, people going into those shopping sites trying to order these things and they're disappearing from the carts as they're trying to, pay for them.
Right.
And immediately being out of stock. That's something that on either side would suck. I hate to say it that way. Because again, if you're Target and you're trying to sell these units and you have people sitting there complaining, your customer service line is on heat right now because people are mad.
Mm-hmm.
Because I tried to pre-order and I couldn't get it done. So you're getting hurt as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
Sony's getting hit and Microsoft's getting hit because they're like, hey, I can't get your unit this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, granted, who would want first gen anyway, but still.
Exactly.
Lots of people.
like the people that have to be the first one. But again, let's talk about the fact that Sony is only putting out how many games when you first get it anyway? Like 4?
Now let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about the launch titles for the PS5. Now, granted, PS4 wasn't really all that different when it launched too.
Yeah.
It did the same thing. It did like a lot of like upgraded versions of previous titles that already existed. Like for instance, what is it? Like, I mean, off the top of my head, Injustice, Gods Among Us. That came out for the PS3. You know, once the PS4 came out, they put out a version for that system. You know, so...
And the one that's sparking trouble right now is the Spider-Man game.
Yeah. Like, so Spider-Man Miles Morales, that's got a lot of people a bit up in arms. You know, it's like...
Pissed.
Like, and even not even Spider-Man Miles Morales, but like, yeah, like you were saying, the regular Spider-Man that came out for the PS4. You know, one of the biggest complaints right now is the fact that, I mean, now granted, I don't think PlayStation's ever done this anyway, but the fact that you can't transfer your save from the PS4 to the PS5, that's what's got a lot of people upset. Now again, I don't think PlayStation has ever done that before. No, I don't think that has never been a PlayStation thing where you can like transfer your save from one version from the game on one console to the other version of the game on a different console. They've never done that before. Now,
so why are they expecting that now?
Because this game is pretty much, I think it's, I want to say it wasn't released not too long ago.
I mean, Spider-Man is like what Spider-Man came out like what 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had it for a minute. I still haven't beaten it, but I still have it.
Yeah.
So it's been out for a minute.
And I believe that's one of the ones that are complaining about is the fact that it's not going to even be backwards compatible. You won't be able to play it on the PlayStation 5.
Now, I mean, you got to consider the fact that the whole backwards compatibility thing that really died out with the PS4. That's when it died out. If you want to get technical, it died out with the PS3 once the PS3 came out with the slim version. Like if you were like me and you had a fat boy PS3, then you could oh snap, Harold's back.
Yeah, a little false alarm there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi everybody. Yeah.
But the thing is that the PS5 has the backwards compatibility. That's
right,
the part
exactly.
that it has it, so it technically didn't. They brought it back. So when they knew that their people were pissed off because when PlayStation 3 came out, you can go play PlayStation 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can get rid of your PlayStation 2.
Right.
But when the 4 came, you couldn't do that.
Exactly.
So it was the 5 has the backwards compatibility, but the issue is that the problem is I believe this one game, and I have to go find the article that I saw it in, and I'm really gonna go look at it. The article that they were really angry about was the fact that the one game was not going to be able to be played backwards compatible on the actual PS5. It would not be available, and I'm going to go find the actual name of the game like in 2.5 seconds.
Just going through some of the comments while you do that. Let's see. Bearded B said PlayStation 5 production forecast cut by 4 million, citing chip shortages. They're putting
Sony is denying that, believe it or not. Sony has put out statements denying that. They're saying their production has never stopped. They never stopped production. It has nothing to do with that. With their issue, like I said, they just didn't anticipate the response.
It's possible.
And
it's a scarcity marketing tactic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to figure, again, like we talked about earlier, people got time now. People got a lot of time. A lot of people got a lot of money saved up from wherever they got their money from. So they got some money to burn. So, see, this wasn't like, and just to agree with whoever said it before, I believe, like Victor, like just to agree with him, back when we didn't have the situation that we have going on right now, you had to calculate when you would, not even just pick up a new console, but when you would pre-order, you had to calculate when you could do it. It was like, okay, I got to take care of this before I could put some money down on this, and things like that. It's a different story right now. So I don't know.
Also have to think. I think where we're missing here is people a lot of people don't understand the power of consumers.
Well, yeah.
People buy stuff.
Yeah.
They buy stuff they don't need all the time. They buy stuff they cannot afford all the time.
So, I mean,
the Sony denying whether or not there's a chip shortage. I mean, maybe they put out that story. Maybe somebody leaked that story. Maybe somebody didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they didn't. But at the end of the day, it still helped them.
Yeah.
Because people crashed every site you could order it from.
Just to go back to the comments, Josh said that she got her Xbox One. She got her Xbox One Day 1 edition from Amazon. The front panel wasn't completely attached. I don't. She said, "I don't blame Amazon." She said, "I don't blame Amazon for that, but the rush to put it out for early release." And that's the other thing. That again, that's one of the reasons why I don't buy consoles at launch, because, and you've heard me say this before, and you probably heard all of us say this. Like, there's a lot of things they gotta work out before it's like solid. Like, I mean, the PlayStation 1. I mean, if we're going to be honest, it was a pretty solid console. I don't think there was too many issues with that. I didn't hear about too many issues with that around that time. So, PlayStation. It
was a revolutionary console. That's
exactly. Why. PlayStation 2. I still feel like PlayStation 2 is probably one of the best PlayStation consoles to ever exist.
Greatest console ever.
Like
greatest.
I've probably bought more PS2 games than I could probably remember. I had a lot of PlayStation 2 games. A lot. So, like, I got a lot of play out of my PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3.
I still have it. I mean, I play it simply because there's like there were a bunch of games on disc where you had those collections of all those classic retro arcade games, like the Konami classics. You had the Williams classics, volume 1, 2, and 3. You had the Namco museum, the N disc, the A disc, the M disc, the C, and the O disc. It was I still play it. I have a PS4, just bought it, still playing PS2 from time to time.
The only reason I enjoy PS2 is only for one game. And if you told me to play play that game on PS2 right now, I'd probably smack you.
Like, if I knew then what I know now, I would have never traded in my PS2 for the PS3. It didn't even get me that much at GameStop, which was like that was the last time I got something from GameStop. I was like, nope, we're not doing this.
That was your first mistake.
You sell it on eBay.
That was your first mistake right there.
But like I said, if I know what I want to know now, I would have not gotten rid of my PlayStation 2. The only reason why I did is because the PlayStation 3 that I got, which was the Fat Boy, it was backwards compatible. So I'm like, I don't need the PlayStation 2 anymore. Yeah. I can still keep all my PS2 games and my PS1 games, and I got a PS3. Now, if it wasn't for the yellow light of death, I'd still have my Fat Boy, I think. I really think I
wouldn't know.
Like, it hurt me so bad to get rid of that. It really did. But I didn't have a choice. Like, I got hit with that yellow light of death like 3 times. So I was just like, you know what? There's nothing I can do. The last time I actually ended up fixing it myself, but that's only because I had to transfer the memory from the old PS3 to the new one. I was like, okay, this is it. But, it's, I don't know. It's, there's always things that have to be worked out at launch. We all should know this at the point. If we're all gamers, then we should all know that at this point.
And that's and that's why I'm hoping, and it's like it's like messed up, and I throw it out there, but I'm hoping that all these resellers that are buying these things up and they are telling these things, they get stuck with all of them, and they get stuck with bad inventory. I hope you all get stuck with bad inventory.
Like I would,
like people was trying to resell toilet paper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So much for that piece. Like seriously. Seriously. If I had to give myself a time frame on when we'd get a PS5 in this house, I'd probably wait like a good
after tax season.
Like I was gonna say, I'd probably wait like 6 or 7 months.
After tax season.
Honestly speaking, because it's coming out in November.
Oh, yeah, we should do that. I'm expecting a refund this year.
So honestly speaking, like I would rate. Wait, like what's really what? And I mean, all right, let's look at the games for a second. All right,
what's like for?
Like seriously, what's really coming out right now that you honestly have to pre-order a PS5 for?
Nothing.
I'm not throwing any shade at people ordering PS5s. If you want to order one, go right ahead. But like, what are you gonna play?
The only game that's coming out that people want to play is a Miles Morales game.
Exactly, and I can wait on that.
And not even that, you could buy it on the PlayStation 4.
Exactly the point. Like you know, I know a lot of people are, and we're also waiting for Cyberpunk 2077.
Because people can play it. People can play Miles Morales game on PlayStation 4, and you get a free upgrade when you go to the PlayStation 5. So you automatically get it free when you have the Miles Morales disc. So why would you switch right now?
Like, there's still a lot more. There's still a whole lot more that we can get out of a PS4. There's still a lot more.
Yeah.
So. And I just bought mine like maybe not too long ago. So let me enjoy it for a second. I mean, I'm a late bloomer. I mean, but you have to understand, I've been stuck playing the Xbox 360. You know, for financial reasons, couldn't just go out and just buy a console like that. Just wasn't financially strapped like that. And then finally, I was financially strapped. And I said, "Yeah, let me go ahead and do this PS4 because I wanted to do some game streaming."
Right.
And I'm enjoying the hell out of it, man.
Exactly.
I'm having a great time.
We've been playing on more of our retro games than anything.
Yeah. Like honestly speaking,
playing PS4 like that.
I mean, I was just getting ready to say it. Like I can tell you right now, if anything, I'll probably use my PS4 more for streaming stuff than actually playing anything. Like maybe I'll throw in Mortal Kombat 11 just to get some stuff. But other than that, you know, that's where my HBO Max is.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
That's my Netflix. That's my Netflix is, my HBO Max. That's my YouTube is. Because Kim doesn't have cable, so therefore, that's pretty much my source of entertainment right now.
Exactly. Like, one thing I'll give PS4 for, because PS3 doesn't really allow for a lot of that stuff. Yeah, PS3 had Netflix, you know, Hulu, you know, Amazon Prime and stuff like that, but they didn't have, like, the extent of streaming stuff like the PS4 does. So, that's where me and Tani really catch up on a lot of stuff. Like again, that's where my HBO Max is. So, that's where we catch up on Lovecraft Country and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, I probably got less PS4 games than I do PS3 games. Honestly. All my PS1 and PS2 games are gone, and I wish to God I haven't given those away, but what other choice did I have? I mean, I could have bought another PS2 and a PS1, but it was just like, I was never one of those people that just like collects consoles and stuff like that. Like, I understand why people do it, but it's like, I mean, and some people that have all consoles are cool, but it's like, especially now, like, you figure with everything going on right now, you'd still have a lot more time to play.
We kind of have a collection of consoles.
I mean, we do. I mean, well, we got a Retron, we got a PS3, and what do we got? We got a PS4. Yeah. I mean,
and the thing about it, it's nothing wrong. Like, for me, I think I had more PlayStation 3 games than I do have PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Because there really wasn't much that came out on the PlayStation 4 for me that I really wanted to play.
Exactly, yeah.
And a lot of my copies are digital. I hate to say it, it's just they're digital because they just came out that way. Like, I have like a lot of these leisure games that I'm just, you know, playing because they were $4.99 on the PlayStation.
Exactly.
On the Play Store. You know.
I'll give PlayStation credit for the free monthly the 2 free games a month thing. I'll give them credit for that because there are some games on there that I would not buy otherwise, but the fact that it was free, you know, like. You know, Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain. Got those.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got Detroit Become Human for free.
No, I'm just saying. You look at it like, do you realize Heavy Rain and Detroit Becoming Human are some amazing games?
Yes, they are. They are. But at the time, like, again.
And that's a PlayStation 3 game, Heavy Rain, by the way.
I know. I played the demo. It's really good. But at the time, it was just like, again, finances. Like, do I really want to sacrifice money for this? You know.
No, but you know what? I loved Heavy Rain so much. I had it for the PlayStation 3. And my PlayStation 3 is in another state right now.
Really?
So I said, you know what? I want to play my game again. So I went and bought it again on the PlayStation 4.
I mean, like, hell, I got that.
I got pretty much every series, anything that they make, I pretty much grab. anything, you know, as far as that's concerned. But it's like even when you go on the PlayStation Network and they have the sales, you can get games for like $10, $5, and I'm like, ooh, like.
And thanks to you, I purchased what was that? Layers of Fear.
Yes, and I know you will love that game. I know.
I do have them.
A month ago, I just bought Bloody Roar 2 on PlayStation 3.
Really?
I can't remember the last time I played Bloody Roar 2, but I was thinking about it, like, I haven't played this game in a minute. And then I saw that it was on the PlayStation Network for like, it was like $5. I'm like, yoink. Thank you very much for that.
Man,
yeah, and it's
Roar. You took me back, bro.
Yes, sir. I was like, man. So,
but it's like it's these wonderful games that come out, and I think that's why you get so much use out of the PlayStation 4 right now. I think a lot of people are not going to be willing to give up their PlayStation 4 because of the fact that a lot of games are not going to transfer. Let's be honest with you. A lot of the games.
And that's the thing, yeah. Like, I got just as many digital versions of games on the PS4 than I do hard copies.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Like, I got, what is it, Ultra Street Fighter 4 on the PS4. Like, Ultra Street Fighter 4, I just bought Street Fighter 5, and I haven't really been playing that, but I just got that.
Me too.
So I'm about to start that at some. I'll start Street Fighter 5, like, for real at some point. And then, like, it's just like, I just feel like the library of PlayStation just has a lot more to offer.
Yeah,
honestly speaking.
And I think at this point, I think they were too busy trying to rush out to keep up with the competition. And honestly, I get it. I get why they have to. The TVs have changed. Everything has changed. Yeah. So everything has to kind of keep up with that momentum. But I'm like, I would have loved to see it go for another year. To be honest with you, personally, I would have loved to see it. Like, just don't put out a console this year. Let Xbox have their freaking day. You know, let Xbox have their moment, and then come out with the PlayStation. And they can't even match that because what's going to happen is like, what is it, 4K now? Next is going to be 6K.
Yeah.
TVs.
Or 8K. You know? Don't they got like some 8K match or something like that right now?
I don't know.
Honestly, I would have been okay if the PS5 came out like next year. I would have been okay with that because I'm like, just like you, I feel like we didn't get a lot out of the PS4. Like, I think the PS4 still has.
We're just starting to get it. We're just. I remember when I tell the story every single time when I got my PS4, it was that time that the PlayStation Network had got hacked. It was that Christmas, and I remember I could not play my PlayStation for 2 weeks. Wow. It's sitting in my room for 2 weeks, and I couldn't touch it. And I remember sitting there so messed up, and I was so behind because I wanted to play Skyrim. I wanted to play. When BioShock came out, Infinite, I was at the store at 11:59 waiting outside. Okay, open the door. You know, I'm like, I felt as though the games I missed so many games looking at the bigger pictures and looking at the bigger productions, and I'm looking at the games going, I want to play this game. I want to play this. I want to play that. I want to play this.
Right.
You know? Like, you know, I like Control, for instance.
Guys, Zach's been bothering me.
Okay. I wanted to play Control. I'm like, Control is one of those games that I still have yet to get.
Right.
You know, and I want to be able to beat that. But if I buy a PlayStation 5 now, my whole mindset's gonna be on the PlayStation 5. It's not gonna be on the 4.
Exactly. Like when the
I really want them to come out. I really wanted them to wait a year. And that's why I'm gonna wait a year. So, because I'm not really in a rush. I'm not rushing. I got over that needing to be first thing and buying the game first and paying for the game flat out when it first comes out. All that stuff. No more. I'm not going to the store. I think the last time I did that was for Kingdom Hearts, and I said I'm done because I was very disappointed with that game. But
like looking back up,
definitely. So I don't know. I'm just reading the comments right now.
Not necessarily. That's not necessarily true, Victor, because it gives developers a little bit more time.
Sellers just suck across the board for everything.
Kendrick, are you talking?
Yeah. Can you not hear me?
No, we cannot.
No, I can't hear Kendrick if he is talking.
Are you guys sure?
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Uh-oh. All right. Let me wait. Let me go see what's up.
Oh, that's too much. But yeah, Josh, it's the bots and the resellers. I all across the board, and especially now because they're taking advantage. Just a lot of people that have just money to burn. They're just gonna buy out. Like I said, I hope they just all freaking get duds. Just because like all their stuff has problems with it, and they just get problems all the way around, and have to do refunding.
There we go. I just switched the mic.
Got it.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Came in here for nothing.
And Cliff said he had the first PlayStation and was planning on getting the second PlayStation until I played on the first Xbox. The game was over from then on.
Wait, talk again? Talk again?
Yeah, he just sounds far away.
Nothing.
Yeah,
there's nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, you sound like you're talking through Tani's mic.
All right.
There it is. Now it is. There it is.
What?
Now we just hear it ringing.
Huh?
You got it.
Okay. It's a new mic, people. It's a new mic, so you got to give me.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm proud of your new mic. Bless your new mic. Yes.
Is he talking again? Or did it go out again?
Oh.
Oh, damn it. It went out again.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Go back to the comments while they're figuring this out.
Okay, we're going to go back to the comments, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the comments. Let's see. Victor Lando says, I hear him, but we can't.
I think he might have been hearing him through mine, though.
Yeah, they were hearing him through her mic.
How about now?
Victor says, I hate bots. That's why I'm camping in front of GameStop right now. You know what? And isn't GameStop closing a lot of stores as well? Like from what I heard, they're closing a lot of stores there. And I knew that was going to happen because I knew they're not going to be. I know they're not going to be able to survive all this with the pandemic and everything else. This is just too much. Like people are playing games and buying games. I think a lot of people are buying from home.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Hey, there you are.
A little bit.
Let me ask you a question. Is this a USB mic or is it an XLR mic?
It's a USB.
Okay, all right.
You're not as loud as you were.
How about now?
There you go.
There you are.
Okay.
You got a humming behind you though.
Yeah, it sounds like you got that voice activated thing where like it's like when you speak, the gate opens, and then when you stop speaking, it closes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Let me turn this down a little bit. Let me see. How about now? How is that? How is that now?
That's good. That's like a normal, like a normalized sound there.
Oh man.
Where were we at?
Oh, sorry. I can't help myself sometimes. A little bit too much sugar. You said the Joker cane in the back is dope.
Sound like he's on a payphone.
Cliff, that's not Joker.
What? They said that the Joker can't. Hey,
That's
revoke his geek card now.
Not Joker.
I'm just messing with you.
I'm just trying to see what else is in it. I was able to hear all clear. Now Kendrick sounds like he's on a payphone.
How about now?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
It sounds good.
No, he's still not. You still can't hear him though.
Yeah, that mic is going in and out. It was doing good for a while. It was doing good.
Still nothing. You still can't hear anything.
Might have to switch back to the headset mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. I can't use this for my stuff now. I can't risk it going out.
All right, let me see if I can get some information here.
Yeah. Nothing at all.
Exactly, Victor. It's a Riddler cane.
It's a Riddler cane. Yeah, somebody was going to get the geek card revoked.
You guys can't hear anything at all.
Oh wait, that's what you guys were talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all lost.
Right there.
Wait, so someone asked about the cane? Let me scroll up.
Yeah, they said it was a Joker cane. I was like, that's not Joker.
How about now? Can you guys hear me now?
Really? There's a question mark right there.
We're not making fun of you. We're not making fun of you.
No, please, no. Thank you for joining us. We're just having a good time.
We're making a light of the fact that Kendrick has no mic right now.
How about now?
Okay, so I'm on CNET.com, and it says here that the PS5 is already proving to be the must-have gift this holiday season. Next generation Sony game, the next generation Sony gaming console will hit stores on November 12th. There will be two versions: a $400 digital version and a $500 model with Blu-ray.
Are they sure about that?
Well, I don't know if they're sure about it. I'm just reading news. That's just, it's from CNET. Is CNET not reliable? I don't know.
I'm not saying that they're not reliable. I'm saying they're probably giving the information that they were told. But is Sony sure they're gonna have stuff ready to put out by November 12th?
Look, if the stuff is shipping the way it is shipping from Japan right now, I highly doubt it will get here on time.
I've ordered stuff from overseas in the past 2 months or so, and it was from China, but they came in 2 weeks.
Japan shipping they're not using normal postal shipping. They can't do it right now because they refuse to send postal out for the most part. Right. So they're usually using ship and stuff like that. So I ordered something from Japan. It was sitting in Los Angeles for 10 days.
Wow.
So and they just emailed me, and they just showed up at my house. They seen me saying, "Hey, it's there." Oh yeah, it took you, actually not more than 10 days. Actually, what's today? 24th. September 10th is when it hit Los Angeles.
Wow, that's crazy.
You back, buddy?
Am I?
Sounds like it.
Yes, you are.
Oh snap! That's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Okay.
Well, DHL usually has been doing very well, as long as DHL does not switch over to postal service, and that's what they do with a lot of local stuff, is that they switch DHL over to postal.
Wow, what the hell? Just switch to your headset.
Yeah, switch to your headset, Kendrick, because your mic is done. Your mic said I'm over it right now.
So we got a whole 2 hours of use out of it. Awesome.
Oh no!
For $60.
It's still within the return window, isn't it? 30 days.
Well, it's not a battery operated thing. That's the thing. That's the other thing. It's not battery operated. It might be the fact that I have a whole bunch of things plugged into like a USB adapter here, so that's probably it.
Maybe. It might be burning the adapter too quickly.
So I'm gonna have to reconfigure this somehow. But it is what it is, of course. So, but I'm coming in clear now, right?
Yeah.
It's a little low though.
Yeah, but it's better than what it was.
I'm using my my webcam microphone right now, so that's probably why.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can make some adjustments here. So, yeah. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Is there a fan in your room? Because Josh says you can hear the fan.
There's no fan in here.
Let me turn off my fan. I think my fan, because like my studio gets really hot like really quick.
See, we can't have a chat without technical difficulties. It at least has to happen once.
I don't know. Let me see something else here. Let's try.
But at least we're almost getting the outro right? Yeah.
Let's try that. How about now?
We've been pretty much on point with that one.
How's that sound?
My God, I can't wait to watch that freaking watch party.
How am I coming in now?
Even that. We might as well wait until the next one, because the next one's going to be right around the corner. And I still haven't got any suggestions from you guys letting us know what you guys want to watch.
That's a very good point. Where are the suggestions at? What's happening with that?
Yeah.
I need some good B movies that you guys want us to watch.
B movies, ladies and gentlemen. What would you like for us to watch on our next watch party? We had a blast with The Happening. A blast, and I can't wait to watch it again. I'm fiending to see that thing.
So.
Oh man, I mean we can. I'm trying not to use the cop out. The whole cop out is a whole one movie, and I'm trying not to use that cop out. That's the cop out we use, and we have nothing else.
I'm just here. I'm just going through all the PlayStation release dates.
Only on our Patreon, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
on
looking,
Patreon.
You know, the PlayStation, the original PlayStation came out in '94, December of '94. All right. Well, no, let me take that back. September of '95 is when it was released. I don't think I got my PlayStation until like '96, maybe.
I got it that year.
You know, so
I'm about to say, like, it had to come out later because I remember it specifically being in 6th grade, and everybody was talking about they got their PlayStations for Christmas.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Come out.
Yeah, like a lot of my friends had it. So
yeah, I got the PlayStation right away, and then I got the PlayStation, the smaller version that you can carry around. It was like maybe about this big of the PlayStation, and we used to use that on the road trips.
I remember that joint. You remember the PlayStation with the TV attached to it?
That's the one I had.
What?
That's the one I had.
I ain't gonna lie. Really? I ain't gonna lie. I thought that thing was kind of dope. I was like, this is kind of nice.
We used to take that on road because we used to take drives to Florida all the time, and we would take that on, hit that in the car, plug that bad boy into the thing, and I'd play video games in the back seat. Because I couldn't. I didn't have. I don't think the Game Boy came out at that point. The Game Boy Color.
When did Game Boy Color come out? That was a minute.
And that was another one where you couldn't play it at night.
Yeah.
And
And that Game Boy Light thing that they had back in the day was horse. Ridiculous. We had one of them just like, I am never going to use this thing ever again. This thing is horrible. Stop it. Knock it off. Let me just turn on the lamp. PlayStation 2 came out October 26th of 2000. I didn't get a PlayStation 2 until like 2002. That's how long I waited to get a PlayStation 2. Like, well, partly because I had no job, so I can buy one myself. But I waited a good minute. But even so, like, I put in a lot of years with my PS2. Like, I didn't like once, like the PS3. PS3 came out November 17, 2006. I think I didn't get one until 2007. That's when I got a PS3, 2007. And that's when I got one of my PS2. And then the
the PS1 came out in 94, you said?
The PS4 came... PS... What? 4?
So PS1.
No, PS1 came out in 95. September 95. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just looking at the Game Boy to see when it came out.
And
I'm
then...
trying to figure out.
And then the PS4 came out 2013. November 2013. And I think I got the PS4 when the heck did
But that's a large gap. We really
it
think about it.
It is a large gap, exactly. That's the thing. Because you figure if the PS4 came out 2013, I mean this is a pretty big gap between the PS4 and the PS5, but I still feel like they could have held off on it. I don't think this is the year to bring it out. I think they could have waited until next year to do it.
Yeah, it would have been nice to wait next year. Because plus you wouldn't have had anything to compete with.
Exactly.
You would have had nothing to compete with.
If they have released this like maybe not even around the holidays. If they had released like right before the summer, that might have been better.
I know people, they're trying to get it in before the Christmas season. That's how they do it, all the releases. It's like Christmas season. And I'm like, the problem is with Christmas, and they're trying to get Black Friday people. That's really what they're trying to get. They're trying to get the Black Friday crowd. Yeah,
because when is this supposed to come out? Like November 12th. November 12th. That's right.
They're just trying to get the Black Friday crowd. So they're literally trying to push for those people that go out on Thanksgiving, day after Thanksgiving, to go shopping, which I don't know how Black Friday is going to happen this year because #pandemic.
Yeah.
It might have to be that. What comes after Black Friday? What's that?
Boxing Day?
Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday. It might have to be a Cyber Monday type deal.
And you really think people aren't going to go out to stores? They've been doing that.
Matthew! What's going on, man?
Yes.
Matthew, oh crap, man.
Like Ray Rokes. Rise, Ray, and Rifle for a red. Rishaw.
Matthew, maybe you can jump in on this conversation real quick. Are you pre-ordering your PS5 or what? You're right, Josh. It's the Q4 push for profits. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna sell. I'm not saying that because I definitely think the PS5 will definitely sell, especially with all these people pre-ordering. I just think you probably could have waited a while. I think you could have waited a while.
And it's gonna sell. And the problem is, we already know what happens. Xbox doesn't do it very often. That's the one thing I give credit to Xbox to. Xbox will put out a product, and their product will last the entire year. Yeah, it may suck, or may have to go back, but their product will last. What PlayStation is gonna do? PlayStation is going to put out a new version of their product.
Yeah.
By next year.
Yeah.
Basically, I look at it like this: we got the PlayStation, we got the PlayStation Slim, or the PS1. We got the PS2, then we got the PS2 Slim. We got the PS3, then we got the PS3 Slim. Didn't PS3 go slim twice? Or PS2? One of the two went slim twice. They went like slim and then slimmer or something like that.
And then the PS4, forget about it. It went from, what was it, 250 to 500 to 1 terabyte?
Yeah, exactly. Matthew said he tried to pre-order his, but it sold out before he had the chance. I'm like,
you got to be quicker than that.
Yeah. You almost had it. Gotta be quicker than that. Like, so, like, no, like, I think there's still a lot more life in the PS4. I think there's still a lot more life in it.
Yeah.
Josh said PlayStation is always going on a diet. Like, look, man.
Nah, I don't think. Look, PlayStation goes on a diet until it talks about when we're talking about getting memory. All of a sudden, PlayStation gets heavier. It's like, oh yeah, no. You want the 1 terabyte version.
Like, look, man. Like, the only slim I ever owned was the PS3 Slim. That was it. Like, yes. I miss my Fat Boy PlayStation 3. I miss it, but I have no.
But you know what? My PlayStation 2 was a Slim, I think.
No, I had the original PS2. I love that, man. I love that.
I bought a PS2 Slim, and that thing died within it just stopped working. It just burned out within in no time.
My cousin
I just thought it was gonna break.
Exactly. My cousin had a PS2 Slim. I was like, dude, this is a book. This isn't a console. This is a whole mini book. Like, it's a mini Bible. What is this? Like, I'm like, no, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. Like, but
so Matt, you're getting some bad advice. Somebody's telling you to go camp out at GameStop tomorrow, like they do at DMV.
Man, look, man. I don't think you'll ever catch me camping out for anything ever. Like
they do at Nike.
I never did that. I never did that Black Friday camp out myself. Like, nah, y'all can have that. Nah.
Nah, I think Jersey's DMV has trumped Nike's any day at this point. people were straight up bringing tents.
Yeah, Matthew, I ain't gonna disagree with you on that, man, because I got an external hard drive on my PS4 too.
I did too. I did too.
Like, you know, like when
it wasn't worth it for me to upgrade to the higher level when you give me an option
to
plug in, and now I have I lose a USB port.
Yeah,
whoop-de-doo.
Exactly. So I'm like, look, man, like I never had to do it with a PS1 or PS2 or PS3, but like y'all got me out here trying to upgrade to another system. I can't do it. Like, nah. Like, I'll just buy an external hard drive, the proper external hard drive, mind you, and just do that and just keep moving because
there it is.
Proper? You mean like the one that belonged to the PlayStation? Because I definitely didn't do that.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. No, because I never wasn't. Because how much was that joker? Oh, I wasn't paying for that.
Yeah, that.
Sorry, PlayStation, but you got the money from the system and the games. You ain't getting the money from the external hard drive, bruh. I'm sorry. No.
It's like I think I got my hard drive. I think it's like a 4 terabyte hard drive.
I think I went to Staples first. Thought I had one there and they didn't. Then I just went right to Amazon. Like, oh, I might as well bite the bullet. I got the money back from the one I bought from Staples. Used that same money, bought one from Amazon. I'm like, yeah, I'm good to go. Because y'all not about me out here getting me. No.
Mm-hmm. And it was horrible because I remember when I did the one for my PlayStation. The reason why I had to get rid of my PlayStation 3 was because I changed the hard drive on the big boy. And I had to reformat the hard drive. That was a pain in the.
Yeah.
You know what? If there wasn't backwards compatible PS4, it wouldn't be a different. It would be a different story. That's what Victor's saying. I mean, I don't see right now, like I said, I don't see the purpose of it. I don't see the big deal about switching at this point because of the fact that it is backwards compatible.
Yeah.
I'd rather finish my games on this one, especially because of the fact that I can't transfer my games.
Exactly the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd rather finish all my games on the PlayStation 4. And I have a lot of games I haven't even started yet. I have games I haven't finished. I started Detroit Becoming Human, and I still haven't finished that game because I really don't want to finish it because I got to play it again once I finish it.
Yeah.
Yo.
Matthew said he was literally going to get a PS4 Pro, then heard the announcement. I think Mark, my younger brother Mark, he got a PS4 Pro, but I think it's still working, but I don't know if it is. I think he said he had some issues. I'm like, no PS4 Pro for me. I'm just going to stick with this and keep it rolling. That's what we
I never saw the benefit to the PS4 Pro anyway.
Exactly. That was my thing.
I mean, everything looks great graphics wise, and to piggyback off of what Kim just said, when I saw all those wonderful deals for all those games that I missed a long time ago, I have every single last BioShock now. I have every single last Uncharted because it was like an Uncharted bundle.
Yeah,
it was like real cheap, and
they gave away that for
started
free.
BioShock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Uncharted they gave away for free at the beginning of the pandemic.
Well, I guess I must have missed that one, but I went on like a little buying spree, and I got all the BioShocks. I got BioShock Infinite. Just started the BioShock 1. Still have Infinite. I didn't start on. I didn't even open up the Spider-Man one yet. It's in a package. It's still wrapped in plastic. Didn't open it up yet because I just finished.
I think I'm gonna make it my mission. I think I'm gonna make it my mission to finish Spider-Man before the year is over. I don't finish.
Long?
It's not long. It's like the Arkham games. Like you gotta devote. You gotta devote a lot of time because there's a lot of side missions and things like that. And all that other stuff.
And that's why it's taking me so long.
Exactly.
I'm like, as far as like with Skyrim took me forever because then now it's like, oh, it's DLC. I gotta play all the DLC. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
It's like you automatically get drawn into this, and then you're like, wait a second. And then after that, it became Fallout. For me, it was Fallout 4. Oh my god! Now I gotta play all the DLC for Fallout 4. I just beat the game. Now I gotta be. And I'm like, how many hours have I just dedicated to this game?
Yeah.
I just finished The Last of Us just recently, and I'm all the while. It's like I'm playing like 3 games at once. I'm playing Streets of Rage 4. I'm still in the middle of God of War, having a great time with that one. Most of my concentration.
Yo, that God of War boy. That's my
God of War is like playing. It's like riding a Universal Studios ride. It is so big and immersive and fun. But I was so dedicated about completing The Last of Us. The Last of Us, yes.
Real quick. Just to agree with Matthew, real quick. He said Xbox got no good exclusive though, and he said Halo can be Xbox answer to everything. Thank you. Yep. I've been saying this for years. Like everybody be circle jerking on Halo. I'm like, yo, I played Halo.
I never understood. I never understood the graphics on Halo. Like for me, I always thought the graphics are very juvenile on Halo, and it's like I've never understood the thing. But it's the same reason why I don't play Call of Duty as well. Because
I'm in the same boat too. I've said I was gonna get into Call of Duty, but I was like, it's too late for me. It's too late for me. It's like literally too late for me now. I can't do it. I can't get in the game now.
I played 2 of them. I played Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2.
I was going to jump in Modern Warfare 2, but I was like, nope, the boat missed me.
Yeah, and I remember, I'm like, what am I doing? And I'm glad I didn't buy the game. That was the time I was using GameFly. And I'm like, I immediately returned the game a day later. I'm like, no.
Wasn't there like one that was free? Like one of these months passed or something like that? Wasn't it like a Call of Duty that was free? I was like, nah. Even then, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, they have a free. Actually, I think it is still free. The Call of Duty because of the fact that it's you got to get people to play it. People don't play it anymore. It's like now it's like Fortnite. Everyone wants to play Fortnite.
Yeah, you will not catch me playing Fortnite. I'm sorry, you just won't. You will never catch me playing. No, I'll help.
Wonderful.
Like if you want to start a channel based around Fortnite, I'll help you start one. But you are never going to see me play it.
And that was that PUBG.
Whatever the heck that mess is, or
that's the other one that people are playing right now, and it's like, you're not gonna catch me. It's I think it's Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. I think it's
MC5. What is that? What's MC5?
NC5.
Zebari just said MC5. What about MC5? I'm trying to figure out. I feel like I've heard that before, but I'm like, it's slipping my mind. MC5. What is MC5? MC5.
Okay, hold on, pause. Wait a second. Dang. Goodness.
Well, going back to Halo, I remember those wonderful
Modern Combat 5.
Modern Combat 5, yeah. Those late nights playing Halo 3 with my friends, you know, the friends that I had on Xbox. Those were some wonderful nights. We conquered and kicked. We had fun, man.
Matthew said it's Fall Guys now, not Fortnite anymore. See, I done missed the boat. See, I don't know these things.
First of all, who cares?
Look, man, I literally think I devoted like a whole month and a half to Ghost of Tsushima. Like, it was, look, Ghost of Tsushima is beautiful. And Tiny can tell you, like, I've spent like fortnights playing Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I'm actually ready for that free DLC that's getting ready to come out. I'm ready for that. But,
oh, wow.
Like, you have me going in the store right now real fast. Hold on.
It's an iOS game.
No, I'm not. Trust me. That game, don't get me wrong. And I said it to other people, I really don't have an interest in it, especially because of the fact that I have way too many games already in my repertoire that I need to do. Like, I can't. I have no interest in any more games right now. I can't buy any more games. I have to finish what I have.
I think that's what the boat we're in right now. Like, I'm just glad that Ghost of Tsushima DLC is free, because then again, there's not really other games that I really want to buy anyway. Everything we got right now is like everything we pretty much need at the moment. Yeah. There's not too many other games that I really play. You know, if it's not
Japan games.
If it's not a fighting game, or something like God of War, or Ghost of Tsushima, or Final Fantasy VII, I'm not really gonna play. Matthew said he spent 40 hours on Ghost of Tsushima. Like, look, man. That game had me sucked in, bro. It had me sucked in.
It's not hard if the game is good. I'm gonna sit there and pretend like I'm gonna say that. And if I really want to pull up how many hours I played Fallout, or how many hours I played, you know, Skyrim, especially Skyrim, because I was just running around the board at one point in Skyrim. Because I got to the point where I just wanted to see the rest of the world because it was so immersive. That
was me with Ghost of Tsushima. I was literally on my horse, Kage. I named my horse Kage, yes. And we were just riding around, killing Mongols, doing side missions, petting foxes, following sparrows, and doing a whole bunch of other stuff.
It's like, it's so easy to get lost in a good game. And I get, and I say Fallout lightly because I ventured around Fallout mostly for the glitches because I found it hilarious. But
Z Marie said the game called Minecraft gives her a headache. Like, Minecraft, if I wasn't gonna play Fortnite, I definitely wasn't gonna play Minecraft.
I don't understand the concept.
I don't either, and that's the thing. I don't understand. What am I supposed to do in this game? What am I doing? Am I just building stuff? Like, what's happening? And it's crazy because I just see kids just watching Minecraft videos like all day. It's like, what are we even watching? I don't understand what this is.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at a bundle right now trying to figure out why it's $80.
Like,
Victor Lando is saying, what, Harold? What? I'm like, what? Are you talking about Spider-Man? Are you talking about Spider-Man? Because I have not opened up that game yet. Trust me, when I open it up, it'll be like late Christmas. Trust me. But there's so many other games that I'm into. Like, I'm really, like a fool. I started Uncharted, not finishing any of the other games that I started because I'm just. It's almost like having like a full course meal and you're hungry and you just eat
the dessert.
Everything.
Yeah.
No, you eat the dessert first. You go like I really like all this stuff right now, but I want that.
Yeah. Victor also said he's waiting for God of War 2. Oh, I'm waiting for God of War Ragnarok. I've been waiting for that since like the first God of War game. I'm waiting for. Ragnarok. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Again, I gotta devote time to finishing this Spider-Man game before I jump to Morales. I gotta finish that. Like I said, I'm gonna really try to finish it before the year is over. But no guarantees here.
DLC I want to get. I want to get DLC for Odyssey because I haven't played. I usually buy all the DLC for everything, and I haven't bought any DLC for Odyssey. And I finished Odyssey a while ago, and I wanted to get DLC. I'm over it. I'm like, it's. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I am so confused. I don't know what to do anymore.
Matthew,
and I got caught in that stupid walking simulator.
Oh wow. Matthew,
you know it's walking
Matthew, let us know what your schedule is, man. We'd love to have you back in here, man. Even if it's just for one night, dude. Like, let us know what your schedule is.
Only for one night.
Not that kind of night. What you talking about? That's some other stuff right there. Z Marie said, Knights of the Star Wars: The Old Republic took her 3 weeks, and Minecraft is 2 geometric. Yeah, see, no, I don't need all these boxes. If I want to do all them boxes, I play Tetris. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I'll play Tetris. That's what I'll do. Like, so, like, I'll just do that. So, oh my god.
Yeah, I got stuck in Death Stranding right now, and I'm just trying to beat the stupid game so I can just take it off my thing because it's driving me nuts. I'm sorry. It's like, it's just one of those games that's just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to finish it eventually, but it's just driving me nuts because all I'm doing is walking around.
Once I jumped into Ghost of Tsushima, like I was working on playing Final Fantasy VII on hard mode. I started that, but Ghost of Tsushima came in, and I was like, man. But like now we're on a new adventure, trying to beat this damn Moonwalker. That's what we're doing out here.
Man, no, I gotta applaud you on that, man. I gotta applaud you on that.
Look. I'm not even gonna lie. Ain't no shame in our game.
Well, here's the thing. Which Moonwalker are you playing?
The Sega version.
The game console version.
The console version, yeah, the Sega version.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, the arcade version is much different.
Look, I ain't ready for that yet. Yes, I ain't ready for that yet. Like, look, man. Like,
I don't even know where to find that.
Like, I'm pretty sure I can find an emulator somewhere, but I ain't ready for that yet.
Yeah, the arcade version is.
Matt, we love you too, man. Worse. We love you too, Matt.
Hi.
Matt. Yeah.
Woo.
Like, but no, listen, no shame in our game. We used cheat codes on Moonwalker. We wasn't playing around. Like, look, bruh.
I don't blame you.
You use cheat codes on
Moonwalker? Yes.
Do you realize how far I used to get in Moonwalker without cheat codes?
Well, congratulations to you.
Graveyard, okay? Shit. All right.
Game Shark.
Like, I managed to beat that graveyard. That one part of the graveyard, I managed to beat that, like, probably by luck, okay? By like, I just cornered the suckers, and that was it. But look, man, and look, we finally caught that damn star, okay?
Yes.
We finally caught that damn star. Now we're just doing it just for the heck of it. We just
like, Moonwalker. That brings back so many memories. Like,
it brought some memories for us. Like, how come games were so hard when we were kids, and how
because you couldn't save them.
And it's just like we're just sitting here, like just dying all night.
Because you couldn't save them.
Like that's what I think.
I was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
How did we get cheat codes before Google?
Gaming magazines.
Because game magazines, yeah.
Yeah, game magazines.
What?
I don't remember having game magazines.
I used to get Game Pro every month.
Yeah.
I used to get Game Pro every month.
I must have got them from my cousin then.
Up, down, left, right.
I used to get Game Pro every month. I would get Electronic Gaming Monthly every here and there.
Yeah.
Like gaming magazines were like, or if you had a friend that knew them,
yep.
that knew them all, they were the plug.
I had to have gotten them from my cousin then, because I don't remember getting a gaming magazine, but I remember using cheat codes all through those hard behind games. Like Aladdin was hard.
Yes.
And Barbie was hard.
You know what I used to cheat through was Sonic. I'm not gonna say
which one.
I used to cheat through all of them.
Oh really?
Didn't matter. It didn't matter what it was. I hated those mini games with a passion.
Like the first, I guarantee you, I'll tell you right now, the first Sonic game that I used the cheat codes for was Sonic 2. Even though I was able to beat the game on my own, like it was just like, just make it a little bit easier. So
see, back then I didn't really care about beating a game. I remember beating Donkey Kong, and then I was like kind of mad because it's like, what am I gonna play now?
I think the reason why I gravitated so much. I mean, I was always a Sonic fan anyway, but I think the reason why I loved Sonic 3 so much was the fact that you were able to save your game.
Yeah, that was the first time they were able to do it.
So when they introduced that, I was like, this is right up my alley.
Mario, you could save your progress.
Yeah, but Nintendo, you can always do that. That was the thing, is that Nintendo had that ability. Sega didn't.
Yeah,
Sega was like, yeah, you die.
Yeah,
turn it off. You turn it off. Like I would remember leaving the console on overnight, so that way, and hoping that it didn't freaking freeze up and die.
You know what I did that with? I did that with my first PlayStation when I didn't have a memory card. I did that. Like I remember playing Tekken 2, and I was like, I don't want to have to go through these again and get all these characters, so I would leave it on overnight to just play with the characters again until I bought a memory card. I was like, man, listen.
Yeah, I was like, and you had to hope. You had to hope that the Sega did not lock up on you.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a thing. You come back and hope that it didn't.
I ain't gonna lie though. I put my Sega through some mess, and it just lasted forever.
Yeah.
Well, then again, consoles lasted. Well, with the exception of the regular Nintendo, where you had to like perform an autopsy to like bring it back to life. Like
you got to give it mouth to mouth.
Resuscitate the games and all this. Like
mouth to mouth.
But like the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, those games you could throw a whole TV at it and you were good.
You know what's funny? They were cleaning up here and I found a Madden game. The original Madden. Ooh. I found that sitting there. I was like, man.
Real quick, Z Marie said, I agree. Star Wars: The Old Republic took me 30 hours to complete with interruptions and sleeping, and I'm playing it over again twice. For your information, Star Wars Heroes is good. And Star Wars Legos is good. You know what? I haven't heard really too many bad things about any of the Lego games, honestly.
I have, but I'm like, I have, but I'm gonna keep that to myself.
I played Lego Batman for a little bit. I thought it was pretty okay, but it's like, this ain't for me.
And if I'm gonna throw this in here, I'm gonna let you know right now, people are PO'd at EA right now.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
People are PO'd.
Wait. When are they not mad at EA?
No,
they not.
They mess with their work. They mess with their worst community. They mess with the Sims 4 community.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did hear about that.
Yep. So people are very pissed right now at EA. They with the whole Star Wars pack that they put out. And yes, I did buy it, and yes, it is as bad as it actually is. Wow. I thought it was going to be better, and I thought people were just being overly critical of it, and then I realized it's a over-glorified Disney.
Wow. Josh said also we have some cheat codes. We're in the manuals too, and then the helplines, and then you had Game Genie.
Speaking of that, let me throw this out here. Can we go back to putting freaking moves in the manual, inside the slots, inside the box, so that way I can get, if I'm playing a fighting game, I don't have to go online and try to figure it out and try to memorize it offline.
I think the reason why they stopped doing that is because not only do fighting games have tutorials now, but fighting games have the move list in it. And I know it's annoying because you gotta pause the game to see how to do this move and things like that. And stuff I can agree with that. It's kind of I do miss that. Like now I get a game. In fact, do games even have manuals anymore?
No,
they don't have manuals anymore.
No.
Like
I'm like,
why are we spending money on printing when you could just throw it online?
So it's like
you pull up, and speaking of the first game that comes up, you pull up a game. The slots are there for it.
Yeah, I mean they're there for promotional stuff and all that stuff now. Like.
I know, but you can still, if you got a fighting game, just give me.
See, at this point right now, even if I know how to do the moves in the game, I'll still go through the tutorial. I still go through it just because some of the moves change.
Save the trees. Josh just said, just save the trees.
No, absolutely not, because you're not saving the trees. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
But I mean, pretty much like every fighting game, it's down, right, punch, or
especially with Street Fighter, because Street Fighter ain't changed its moves in 40 years.
I gave away my Mortal Kombat game because you know what? I'm not
Which
trying
one?
to go online.
11?
Yep.
What? Why?
I had to think about it for a second. I was like, yeah, yep. I gave away my 11. I was like, nope. I was like, I did not have the time nor the patience to try to figure out these moves right now. I don't have it.
Once I find one that works, I just keep doing that, and then it kills Ken.
But that worked when you played Street Fighter and you had Chun-Li, and all you had to do was the kick.
That's what I was saying. Street Fighter ain't changed his moveset in like 40 years. Like, Street Fighter's like, nope, this is the formula. We're going to stick with that. Z Marie said that most of them are on phone apps right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, again, I got to pick up my phone, look at my phone, and if you have a phone like mine, the screen turns on every 5 seconds. So
yeah. What else she said? She said anyone played Dead Trigger? I've never heard of Dead Trigger.
I don't know what that is either. Then again, it's probably, there's a lot of games I haven't heard of, and then I go in and I think that's what I made a habit of now. I go into the PlayStation Store and I just look. It doesn't matter if I'm interested in the game or not. And I just look at the game and I look at the play. And then I go on YouTube and I look at the gameplay. And I'm like, Like, that's why I was like, with Layers of Fear, I'm like, I think definitely Harold will like this game. I'm like, I wouldn't play it. But he's like, but I think he would love this game.
I'm ready to go on that one.
I'm like, but it's like, there's things that I didn't realize, that I would like, like, what's that? God, I got to go into my actual history now because I can't remember games. I can't remember anything. My brain stopped. What is it? Firewatch. That's the name of it. Firewatch. I never thought I would enjoy that game. Everybody's going to Rapture, like these walking simulator games. It's like, I've never thought, but they're just relaxing games. So like you could just play when you just want to do something mindless, and I enjoy that.
There's only one mobile game that I actually really enjoyed playing, and I haven't played it in a while. It was called Vector. So it was like a parkour game, but it was like a side-scrolling parkour game. That was actually pretty good. Like, and this is the person who has Mirror's Edge. I never got the other one that came up, the PS4, the one that came out for PS4, like Mirror's Edge, like Catalyst or something like that.
I never played the original.
I haven't played Mirror's Edge in a minute. I remember that was the first game I ever rented from GameFly. That was the first one, and I beat it in like a weekend. I was like, this game is actually really good. I was surprised at how much I really enjoyed playing Mirror's Edge. Like, if I played it now, I'd probably be dying all over the place because that game was like intense.
I've never played that one. I never played Portal. Those are the two games I've never played.
Portal didn't interest me. I couldn't really get into Portal like that, but. No.
But I regret it now. I like watching videos of it now. I regret it because it looks like it would have been really fun to do.
It's funny. Tiny thinks it's weird that I watch gameplay videos on YouTube. Like,
I mean, it's fun sometimes, but it can get annoying.
Like, I don't watch Markiplier, even though he's funny.
I don't find him funny.
I watch what's his name? Maximilian Dude. That's why I watch a lot. I watch him. But I remember I watched a lot of them. There was one I saw for Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like, this dude ran through this game, and I was like, okay, I've been playing this game completely wrong. Because he found all the special stages in, like, the first 2 levels. I gotta wait till, like, another stage to find, like, the next ring. I'm like, yo, this guy's, like, making me look like a whole sham out here, like, with the Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and that's my game. But.
Well, I don't know if you saw the guy who did the speed runs. There was it was a black dude. I think I
know who you're talking about.
Sonic.
Yeah.
And
that was him. That was the guy.
And it's like you see him playing, you're just like.
Yeah, it's like it was really like that. Like, okay, I don't need to play this game anymore because I'm playing it wrong. So we're just not going to do that. Even though
I was like, I've never even seen this before in my life. Like, it's like, why would you do this?
Yeah. I remember I had a friend when I was a kid who speed ran through Super Mario Brothers. Like, it was the craziest thing I ever seen in my life. That's the first time I ever seen a speed run. He was like, I'm like,
but he cheated, didn't he?
No, he just speed ran through the whole game. Like, I guess he played it enough that he knew exactly when to jump and where to jump. Like, he beat like the whole game, maybe within a matter of like 15 minutes. I was like, that is insane. How the hell did you do that? And then he did it again. I'm like, what? Like, go home. No, you can't play this no more. Stop it. Knock it off.
See,
Okay.
look at Josh said.
Yeah. Listen, I saw that, and let me just. I will get to that in just a second. But there's a fella named Barkba Soup that I watched. He did a speed run marathon of pretty much damn near all of the Resident Evil games, like 10 games in a row. No save.
Do you speed run Resident Evil?
All in one sitting.
I don't know. How do you
There are some interesting. I'm not gonna sit there and say there's some interesting gameplay. Like there's somebody who's basically play like, can you play Fallout with just basic stuff, or can you beat this game by only doing this? Can I beat the game only with a knife? Like
I think if certain video game tournaments did have more of those categories, I'd watch them more.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who do those runs where it's like, what if I tried to beat this game on level 1 without changing a level?
Yeah.
Without leveling up, can I beat this game? Like, and there's a lot of people like that, and I'm like, and you sit there and you just watch me, you're like, no, you can't do that. There's no way you can do that. Like, you're gonna have to at least level up once.
Right.
Okay, Josh. You said that your anxiety got to you about like looking for a jump scare. Well, that's the nature of horror games. As a person that survived almost all of the Five Nights at Freddy's, it just comes with the territory. Sometimes you just got to just brave it up and just go through it.
Josh, that's why I didn't even bother buying it, because I saw somebody just watching somebody playing it triggered my anxiety. I'm like, I'm sorry. I was watching. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to turn. I'm like, I'm still traumatized from Uncharted. I'm still traumatized. I'm like, Uncharted betrayed me. And that's we're talking about the original one. Yes, it betrayed me.
Really?
Yes. Oh, sorry, you haven't played it yet, have you?
I just started. I only got to the beginning part where they're like on the boat and they're about to be attacked by pirates.
Okay,
so,
you'll see.
Yeah,
you will see. I won't ruin it for you, but it betrayed me, very much so.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm ready. Let's do this. I think I'm going to do that for Halloween. I think I'll make that a HB Gibson Halloween special, and play Layers of Fear on either YouTube or Facebook. I'm thinking about doing that.
Yeah, I think you would enjoy Layers of Fear, definitely, especially for Halloween. I think you would enjoy it because it's an anxiety-driven type of.
You're gonna make me jump on the PlayStation Network and see what other games they got in here that I might be interested in.
That's look. What do you think I've been doing this whole time? I've been sitting in the PlayStation store. I was in the PlayStation store looking at stuff.
Josh was like, "How was Uncharted scary?"
You'd be surprised, man.
Josh, you know that part. You know exactly what part I'm talking about. That was not like the others.
Okay, I'll take off my headphones.
Josh, you know that part where they get to the boat and things pop out. I'm good. I didn't like
Just
that.
hold up your hand when you're done with the spoilers, okay?
I didn't give good spoilers. I didn't give good spoilers, so you're good. I didn't give good spoilers. I didn't give a good one, so you wouldn't have got it anyway. I was gonna, just in case you rewatched it, I didn't want to ruin it.
Okay. Well, I wasn't gonna rewatch anyway.
Yeah, I didn't want to ruin it, but yes, if Josh needs a refresher course on that one, definitely. I had the game when the PlayStation first came out, when the PlayStation 3 first came out. I believe that's what it came with. And I remember not playing again for like a year before I beat that part. So it took me by surprise. I don't like that stuff at all. At all. Let's see. Ooh, Until Dawn is on for $20, but I have that already. Yeah, I'm definitely shopping, by the way. Don't mind me. I'm just looking to see what's there, because you never know. when it comes to the PlayStation Network, you never know what you're gonna get. You know,
like gems will pop up out of nowhere. Honestly speaking, a lot of gems will pop up out of nowhere when you least expect it.
And then they'll be like you said, $10, $5. Like, really? Like, okay. And like, some of the stuff is like legitimately just on sale regularly. Like some of the stuff that you wouldn't even think would be on sale is just on sale regularly. You know?
Yeah.
Like if I ever wanted to go back and play any of the Final Fantasies, they're all on sale for like $8, $5, $9. Yeah. Well, right now because they have the Japan picks, but yeah, a lot of them are on sale. So, but that's what I give Sony credit for. You know, I don't know too much about Xbox. I'm not too big on the Xbox systems. You know what that looks like, but
yeah,
definitely, you know, hopefully they get it together as far as both of them is concerned, because they're going to lose out on a Christmas season if they don't get it together. You know, there's going to be people that are going to be complaining that they're not getting their stuff, especially PlayStation. I'm like, this is the worst time to, you know, when you're already on top, to mess up your reputation. You definitely want to have that, because you always had a one-up, especially because we have a lot of people switch. What was it this last Xbox, from Xbox players to PlayStation players, because of the fact that all the stuff that was happening with the Xbox and how they were, you know, making so many changes. People just said, I'm just gonna get PlayStation, and you're already one up. The last thing you want to do is knock yourself back down, and you know, again, the last thing you want to do is have people like, you know, like have the bots going, everything else. There has to be some type of protection from the resellers, you know, as far as people that are trying to basically scam and grab all the stuff to mark it up 60% before Christmas. You know, that hurts your business as well, because that's definitely hurting Nintendo right now. Because like I said, like you want a Switch right now, you're only getting a Switch Lite. That's all you're gonna get. You're not gonna get a Nintendo Switch.
Right.
You know, and if you do find it, you know, you have to catch it, because literally people are buying them, marking them up 60%. So hopefully, you know, the pandemic comes to a close, you know, within the next year, hopefully before the next summer, because, you know, this is becoming too much. It's becoming too much, and it's starting to really show in the gaming industry now. It's starting to really hit the gaming industry, and it's starting to really show what people are capable of, especially around here. And people are very desperate for money, and they'll do anything to kind of get their money. So, yeah, to all you people that are buying to scalp all that stuff, I still hate you all.
Josh said she doesn't think a single console had a smooth launch. It's been better. I'm trying to remember the PS2 launch.
It's been better than this. To be honest with you, it's been better than this. I think, and this is just what I'm thinking, I think the pandemic has put a lot out there for people to kind of take advantage. And I'm going to keep saying that word, take advantage. Because they see a moment of opportunity. They see a moment where people can make markups.
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah, it's not going to be smooth, but the least they could have did was preemptively saw this.
Yeah.
And kind of put out as many as they can, because they can only buy but so many. And if you put them all out, if you say there were 200,000 units, you know, you should have put out 500,000. You know, at that point, you know, you should have had all your units out,
right,
and available for everybody to purchase. And then, you know,
or send out some kind of promo code or something to like a select few to give their copy or something like that. Like that would have made the most sense.
You know, it's something. If you would have done like, you know, a pre-order setup, so that way people can only buy one or two. You know, that way you wouldn't have the bots and things of that nature. But you know, I know they don't care at that point, because it's all about the consumer. If the people are buying it, what does it matter to them? You know, so as long as they get their money, who cares? Like I said, I'm personally not going to buy one until next year. I hope that most people don't buy one until next year. that's the smart thing to do. And I get a lot of people going to want it for Christmas and everything else, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. If you are a streamer and your stream is, if you're content, if your content is basically on buying products, getting them first generation, and getting them right away, reviewing them, not knocking anything, because there's, that's your content.
Yeah.
If that's what you do, but if you're just a gamer, honestly, it's not worth it. It really isn't. I mean, just hold off. If you can hold off a couple more months past that point, if you hold up until next year, I guarantee you they'll be putting on the list saying, hey, PlayStation 5.2 coming out next.
You definitely know there's going to be like an upgraded version of the console at some point. There's going to be a PS5 Slim, the PS5 like 8K or some mess like that. You know it's going to happen. Like they've been making it pretty clear since the PS3 that that's their main goal.
Mm-hmm. So there's always going to be 2 consoles per every year.
Yeah.
So therefore, just wait for your second console, and they're going to make more of that second console. The only thing I'm concerned about is it's going to be a situation where you're going to have like the PlayStation 3, where the second console is not going to have the backwards compatibility.
Right. Exactly.
And at that point, that first one becomes more valuable. That's the only part I'm scared about.
Mm. And at this point right now, this would have been an opportune time to really lean into that. Like, to lean into the backwards compatibility because, like we said, we really feel like there's still a lot more life left in the PS4. But if you're going to release this PS5 now, you got to at least, you got to figure out a way to draw people's attention away from the PS4.
Right.
If you're offering the opportunity for us to play our PS4 games on the PS5, that's cool. But you also should be allowing for us to transfer all the saved games from those games to the PS5. I'm pretty sure the cloud service is still pretty. I think it's still in development with their cloud service and stuff. Us being able to find games from, PlayStation Now. Us being able to find games from that and adding it to our systems and stuff. We can save everything else. We can save the trophies we get and our actual gameplay save. We can save those. Why can't we just simply have that transferred over to the next console? It's just another CPU. So it just makes sense for it to be easier to do that, especially if you're a PlayStation member and let alone a PlayStation Plus member.
Why can't I just put it on my hard drive and just transfer it over?
Exactly the point.
Right. Yeah.
My external. But Joss actually put out another good point. The other thing that they would have to, and this is both for Microsoft and PlayStation because they both have had issues when it comes to this, is that they have to hope that their network can handle it.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure, and I have to relook. I was looking for the games for the launch again because I lost the list. But as far as the games that are launching, I don't think there's going to be a lot of games that are basically what's the word I'm looking for? Multiplayer. I didn't see anything on the list. I'm going to double check, but it seems like a lot of the games are basically single player games that they're putting out for the most part. So you're really not going to be dependent on playing with anybody else right away. Fortnite, that's probably going to be one of your only games. And Fortnite, Call of Duty, and that's pretty much what looks like is the end of that one,
So at that point, it would just make sense to just wait until some 2-player or multiplayer stuff comes out. And that's probably not going to be for a while. So
yeah. So, and the thing is that you can have a lot of people doing updates right away because what's the first thing you have to do with a PlayStation?
Update it.
As soon as you update it.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you get it. I'm like, you have to update the PlayStation. I don't know about Xbox, if Xbox has to do it or not, but they don't have much to update. But as far as that's concerned, you have to be able to handle that network to get on there to update. Like I said, my issue was I couldn't play games because I couldn't update my PlayStation. So I couldn't play a game because it was on offline mode and I couldn't do anything.
Right.
You don't want to have that problem when you walk through the door. You know, you don't want to have access automatically to play a game. You know, and Josh also said with the rise of the internet, it's going to keep getting worse. Everyone is quick to not want to go out when it can just be shipped. Right. Yeah, and that's a big thing as well. A lot of people are going to want to be at home. You know, I'm necessarily not one of those people that like a lot of my stuff shipped, especially when it comes to stuff like that. I want it in hand because I want to be able to go back to somebody and curse them out if something's wrong with it. But that's just the Karen inside of me that's talking right now. But the ability to have it in hand and not have to worry about, like I said, USPS, because that's one thing with Amazon. I'm gonna let you know right now, unless Amazon has it in their warehouse, you're most likely getting shipped USPS, and I guarantee you're probably not going to get a day of. Even if you were guaranteed a day of, it's going to show up 2 days later. Right. Because that's just the way things are right now. So don't expect things to get shipped or processed. They're just not doing it. They are really backed up. And, you know, and I feel bad for the workers because it's really not a lot of their faults. They just have too much work for, you know, 1 or 2 people to do. Right. But yeah, I would definitely say, pre-orders. Let's not do this anymore. Let's not go through this anymore. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, anybody. Let's stop this. Okay. Let's stop. Let's get on the same page and let's work this out so that we can keep scalpers, you know, from getting their hands on it. And that way everybody has an opportunity to get it, and that we don't have to worry about people getting it 2 days later, 3 days later, 4 days later, a month later. You know, everybody gets it at the same time. No. But that's just the rest of my thoughts on that process. So.
As I said before, and I'm pretty much in agreement with everybody else here, like, pre-ordering is not really the particular way for us right now. Right. I will gladly wait until next year. I will gladly wait until next year's summer. Once everything is worked out, once all the kinks and all the other things have been troubleshooted and taken care of, and there's not going to be any possibility of glitches right away when I get it, and if it's something I can actually go out and get in hand, I will wait. I will wait until then. I have no problem with that. Not to mention the fact that things coming out for the PS5 are just rehashings of games that are out right now on the PS4 that I could just simply still play. Yeah. Honestly, and the only game I'm really thinking about is God of War Ragnarok and Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah, but even in Spider-Man Miles Morales, you can get on the PlayStation 4.
Exactly, and God of War Ragnarok probably won't be coming out until like later next year.
Yeah, so literally you can buy that on PlayStation 4, and I believe even Cyberpunk, I believe is the same thing.
Cyberpunk is coming to PS4 also, so I'll probably just get it there. I'll probably get Cyberpunk for the PS4. Like I'll probably make Ragnarok my first PS5 game. That's probably what will make me get the PS5. Once that comes out, then I'll go get it. Like if they even create a bundle, if they create like a God of War Ragnarok PS5, I'll get that. I'll gladly get that. But right now, no pre-ordering for me. Absolutely not. Not even a Christmas thing. No, I will wait.
I don't even pre-order games anymore, to be honest with you. Like I said, the last one I did was, and that's because it was a disappointment, was Kingdom Hearts. And I did it for the pin. I didn't do it for anything else. I did it for the pin. Don't judge me.
I pre-ordered Avengers. I haven't even started playing that yet. I played the beta. That was it. I'll like guarantee you, I probably won't play Avengers until all the DLC is out. That's probably when I'll start playing it. Like right now, I really have no need to play it. Like once they start releasing all the other characters, that's most likely when I'll start playing the Avengers. So that probably won't be for a while now. So,
which I can believe. That because at that point, it's like I feel as though again, it's a lot of games. Like I said, with Odyssey's the same way. I want to play the DLC. Have I gotten around to it? No. I'm like, I still have Like I just pulled Detroit like right off the top because it was literally I had put it on the top. So I'm like, okay, I got to put it in the PlayStation and play it finally.
Like I learned my lesson with Mortal Kombat 11, and I should have learned my lesson from Mortal Kombat X. Instead of buying the game at launch, I should have waited until the whole complete game came out. I didn't learn my lesson. I should have just waited.
And then you miss out because I think I bought mine much later, and I actually bought it for a lot less.
Right, exactly. I could have bought it for a lot less at this point. I could have gotten the whole thing right when Aftermath came out. I could have did it then.
You know what? I think our next topic should be: do we pre-order games or not to pre-order games? That is the question.
We can definitely do that.
That's a good one. Good one. I like that.
That's definitely a good one. So that'll be next week's topic, absolutely. Because I think there's a lot we can say on that. And we've had a lot of examples on where we knew better. And we just didn't. So I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I think you've heard our verdict at this point on where we are as far as the PS5 is concerned again. So does it seem like any pre-orders happening over here? We are playing the long game. We're literally playing the long game at this point. I am willing to wait. I've waited for all the other systems. I will wait right now. It's not a big deal. You know, exactly. It's not a real necessity for me to have a PS5 right now for me to pre-order one. It just isn't. So
I got other priorities right now, and that one's definitely coming up soon. You know.
I mean, as much as I want a PS5, that is like low tier right now. That is literally low tier right now.
There's an orange stain we need to get rid of. I mean, sorry.
Yeah. There's literally other things to worry about right now.
There's other things to worry about.
Sure. And I'll be interested to see how everybody's going to be once the PlayStation 5 actually drops. And we're going to hear the horror stories. We're going to hear them. We're definitely going to hear them. So
I can't wait to hear the horror stories.
We already know. There's already going to be horror stories. Like, there's horror stories now. I mean, you ever think about it? There's horror stories now for pre-orders. People like having going to checkout and the PS5 is not in the cart. You know, other things like that. It's like, see.
But that's the biggest thing is there's a lot of people that are, that are definitely, going in. They're thinking they're buying it, and that's the thing. The consumers are more upset at. They're upset at Sony,
right?
But really, it's not Sony's issue. It's Target. It's the resellers.
Yeah,
it's all the resellers' problems, and I really think that they just they really need to redirect it. But Sony is handling it very well, in my opinion, by basically trying to do the best they can with the situation that they have.
Exactly.
But
I think that's pretty much it, folks, for us. You heard our verdict. You heard our proclamations, and that's pretty much how it's going to go. Yep. Until next year, and that's pretty much it. So definitely want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. Definitely thank everyone who contributed to the conversation. It was good seeing Matthew back in here. We're going to try to get him back on the show at some point, so hopefully in the near future we can work that out. I'm going to see what he's doing next week. Maybe he can jump into next week's topic and share his thoughts on that too.
I know he has a lot of thoughts on that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lovely watch party as well.
That too. So we're gonna try to get him in for the watch party also if he's free.
So pick a scary movie.
We gotta trick him though. We can't tell him what kind of movie it is. We have to let him know. Like once it starts, he has to see what it is. And he can't back out. Well, he can probably. Well, he can't back out. Otherwise he'll be shunned from the community. For chickening out, things like that. But, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thanks again for tuning in tonight. This was a very much needed conversation to have because consumerism in the time during the pandemic is very up and down. Again, a lot of people have a lot of money to spend, and a lot of people don't know what to do with themselves. So, things like these drop, they want to jump on it, and at this point. Yeah. If this were any other time, I guarantee you this wouldn't have been an issue. The council, of course, for coming through. I want to thank everyone who hung out with us in the chat. Thank you for coming through. If you guys would like to continue this conversation, of course, you can go to our Discord. We're very happy to keep the conversation going there. Of course, follow us on all our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, of course, our YouTube channel. The title is the Council of the Word, so we're not that hard to find. You can find us at all. You can find us in all these places. Again, we're going to be working to try to be a little bit more interactive, but not only our Facebook, but our Instagram as well. Our watch party from The Happening will be up on our Patreon this weekend. We are starting a Patreon, so that will be hopefully launched this weekend. So you can definitely find our watch party there. That's where all our watch parties will go.
And if you want to be a part of future watch parties, special casts, we have special invites that we send out. So definitely, keep tuning in, and you might be a part of them.
Yes.
So
they got quiet.
all that being said, folks, we will catch you guys next week with another episode of the Council of Lords. And as always, the Council has spoken. We will catch you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. We're out. Peace.
Blurs, a Geekcast. The Council has spoken. End transmission. You were watching Council of the Blurs, a Geekcast. The Council has spoken. End transmission. You were watching Council of the Blurs, a Geekcast. The Council has spoken. End transmission.